Excuse me, guys.
Interview with Mr. Martin Platt, recommencing 9 a.m, Friday the 11th of March, 2005. How would you describe your relationship with Tommy Harris? Were you friends?
No.
So you were enemies?
No, I didn't say that. Look, he couldn't handle the fact I was going out with Katie.
His daughter?
Yeah.
So there was some animosity between you?
Well, yeah, there was, but it was from him, not me. Well, I didn't have a problem with it, it was him. I tried to keep out of his way most of the time.
For Katie's sake?
For both our sakes.
So on Monday the 28th of February, when you threatened to kill him, was that part of your peace process? We have witnesses, Martin. Could you speak up, please?
I said that I didn't mean it. Oh, come on, people say things like that all the time.
And sometimes they mean it.
Oh, come on, I'm a nurse.
You're gonna have to do better than
Look,
that, Martin.
I didn't kill him, right?
But you hated him, didn't you? Didn't you, Martin? You hated his guts.
Yes.
See? Now we're getting somewhere.
He did it.
Nobody knows what's going on.
Then why did they arrest him then? You think he killed Dad, don't you?
She doesn't know. Nobody knows.
It was mine! It weren't no one else, right?
Shut up, Craig.
That's enough. I can't believe you're being like this. All you're worried about is your boyfriend.
Shut up, Craig.
Dad's dead!
I know he's dead! You think that I caused this?
Right, get up them stairs.
I'm going to tell everyone what he's done. He won't get away with this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Martin!
Stop it, both of you! It's just us now. And your dad did everything he could to keep this family together, and I will not stand by and watch it fall apart.
Would you pass the butter, please? Ken.
I'm sorry?
Doesn't matter. Hi, love. How did you sleep?
Well, I didn't. I wonder why.
I slept like a baby. Look at us. It's exactly what Ray wants. Well, I, for one, am not going to give him the satisfaction.
Mother, please.
That man was born to cause trouble, but only you couldn't see that.
Here we go.
If I'd had my way, he wouldn't have come within 10 miles of us.
It's a free country.
Well, here's some free advice. Send him packing and sharpish.
Yeah, I have to agree with Blanche. The sooner he goes, the better. I think you should speak to him.
Why me?
Because you're why he's here, Tracy.
Oh, right, so you want me to kiss and make up with him? Dad, I thought you were on my side.
Of course I'm on your side. But much as I hate to say it, he is still your father.
Oh, spoken like a true father.
I don't believe this. You want me to do your dirty work for you?
Look, kick him out onto the street and be done. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
He's dying.
And quite a song and dance he's making of it.
Well, can you blame him because he's got an audience?
No, David, wait.
Gran, you can't stop me. I want to see you.
Well, you can't.
Why? He needs me. He needs us.
Look, David, what he needs now is for us to be strong.
It's all that Katie's fault.
Oh.
None of this would have happened if it wasn't for her. I hate her.
Well, you mustn't. Now, listen to me. However bad you may feel, my darling, you've got to remember that Katie's just lost her father. You've still got yours. And I promise you he'll be home soon. This whole thing is madness.
Is it? Maybe he isn't coming home, Ma'am.
Yeah, you can't possibly believe that he did it.
I don't know what I believe anymore. I just know my children suffer for my mistakes.
Well, Martin wasn't a mistake.
So what was Richard Hillman then? Bad luck? Maybe it's something to do with me. I mean, I look at myself in the mirror.
Oh, now, stop it, please. Stop that right now. Sometimes misfortune finds us. Now, we don't deserve it, and we certainly don't attract it. Richard Hillman is where he belongs. Martin is innocent. You have got to believe that, Gail.
So, how old was Katie Harris when she first caught your eye?
First started seeing her when she was 16.
I'll repeat the question. How old was she when you were first interested?
What are you trying to imply here? I've told you, right? She was 16.
What a difference a year makes. Still, must have been hard for a dad to take. A man your age sleeping with his daughter. His precious little girl.
Where is this going, officer?
The inspector's just trying to establish a basis for the animosity between the deceased and your client. Tommy Harris hated you because you were having a relationship with his daughter, didn't he, Martin? He never accepted it.
He made our lives hell.
He thought you were a cradle snatcher. A pervert, didn't he?
You don't have to answer.
Look, no one was good enough for Tommy's daughter, OK? No one.
We'll never know that now, will we? He's dead.
You lose parts of yourself, ma'am. Piece here, piece there. You don't even realise till something like this happens. I can't trust anymore. That's what Richard took from me.
You have got to try to put it behind you, my darling.
I let a murderer into my life, into my bed. Sarah and David almost died because I couldn't see what he was.
You can't keep blaming yourself.
Can't I? Maybe I didn't want to see it.
Oh, and you see it now, is that it? You look at David and you see the son of a murderer?
Don't know.
Yes, you know, of course you know. Please. Darling, you can't let him hurt you anymore. Look at me. Come on, look at me.
I don't want my children to feel like I do.
They won't. We won't let them.
This is an unexpected pleasure.
How are you feeling today?
Never felt better.
Is Emily looking after you?
Oh, like one of her own. Like her own flesh and blood. There's a woman touched by the angels. She's fetching us tea now. The music appears to have stopped.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we've had his little dance, so why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Straight to the point. That's a first for you.
Dime's a first and all. The clock's ticking and I don't have no time to waste.
I want you to leave. Today. You're not wanted and you're not welcome.
You haven't changed, Blanche, I'll give you that.
Oh, I've changed all right. There was a day when I'd have given the likes of you the benefit of the doubt. I'm older and wiser now.
And haven't you aged wonderfully?
I've tried to be nice.
Aye, I've noticed. I'm basking in your warmth.
Stay away from my family. I'm warning you.
What are you going to do about it? Make me life hell, like you always did? I'll be there soon enough. Waiting for you.
You don't think I believe all this rubbish about you dying?
I want you to leave now.
I never thought even you could sink this low. If it's sympathy you're looking for, you'll get out here.
Get out. Thanks for popping round. Suddenly dying doesn't seem so bad.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Spoken like the old windbag I know and love.
Oh, excuse me. You don't speak to my gran like that. What are you doing here?
I think she missed me.
Belt up. Well?
I told this one to sling his hook.
Tact was never her forte.
Oh, and taking a flaming hint were never yours.
Grant, I don't need you to fight me battles for me.
This affects me as much as it does you.
It's not to do with you, woman. I'm here for Tracy.
Oh, listen to it. Go home, pet. I'll deal with him.
Grant, just stay out of it.
Ah, that's my girl.
Oh, no. I'm not your girl. I'm not your daughter. I'm not your chip off your old block. In fact, I'm nothing to you, and you are nothing to me.
I'm your father, love.
You've never been my father.
There, you've heard it from
Oh, shut up, woman!
Oh, shut up, the two of you! If you really want to do something for me, Ray, go and die somewhere else.
Tracy.
And that's all I've got to say, really. Oh, except, if you two want to spend some time catching up on old times, be my guest. If you ask me, you're made for each other.
Happy now?
You know what? I reckon Tracy were wrong when she said she wasn't to chip off the old block.
I have nothing to say to you.
I think you should have this. Shandy loved that collar. You always did have marvellous taste.
Thank you. Listen, those things that I said, I didn't...
Forget it. Anyway, I better get a move on.
Listen, Louis, don't be a stranger, OK?
I'll be around. Actually, I'm seeing your pal Jason later.
Jason?
Apparently, the big girl's blouse is scared of heights. I'm going to give his mojo a workout.
What, are you going to hypnotise him?
I prefer to call it making a connection.
Actually, have you got time to connect with a cuppa and a cream bun?
So, let's go back to the fight you had with Tommy Harris. According to your statement, he accused you of having an affair with a woman called Sally Webster.
We weren't having an affair. We were just mates.
What made Katie think otherwise?
Because Tommy told her. You know, it's not the first time he came up with lies about me.
But this time she believed him. Katie took her father's side. She made a choice.
Yeah.
And because of the alleged affair, she had an abortion.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like there was a lot of trust in your relationship. Kids, eh? No staying power.
Look, we loved each other.
Wasn't enough, though, was it? So what, in the space of a few days, you'd lost your fiancée and your unborn child. You must have been angry.
Yeah. What do you think, eh?
I'll tell you what I think, shall I? I think that when you threatened to kill him, you meant it, Martin.
Do you want a cup of tea? I don't want to be any trouble. It's no trouble. I brought you a card. It's from everyone at the factory. Dad, we're all thinking about you. You're part of our family, aren't you? If there's anything at all we can do, you know, you only have to ask. Mr. Baldwin said that.
I told him to turn that music down.
Haley.
Oh, Katie, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
What are you doing?
Don't touch that!
What's going on?
Mum! Calm down, Katie. Haley, I think it's best if you go now. Of course. It's just that we're a bit, Angela, you don't have to explain.
I'm sorry, Haley.
anything wrong. Look, I want himself out, and if there's anything at all I can do, just ring, eh?
There was blood on it, Mum. I thought you could see it.
It's clean, Katie. Look at it. Everything's clean.
We're not. We never will be.
There you go.
Hey, Alan, thank you.
Any for your thoughts?
Oh, how much change have you got?
Oh, like that, is it? Don't suppose I need to ask who's to blame.
Oh, Rita, he's not been back 5 minutes and already he's taking over our lives. You can imagine how my mum is.
Ready to string him up?
Oh, preparing the noose as we speak.
And Tracy?
She's angry.
You haven't said how you and Ken are coping.
We're coping. Well, at least I am.
Well, it must be hard for him, love. I mean, Ray turning up out of the blue like that.
It's hard for all of us, Rita. He's just going to have to deal with it.
Easier said than done.
Anyway, it won't be for long.
His timing was always terrible. I mean, there's a lot of things you can say about Ray, but he was never predictable. Len used to say working with him was like juggling frogs.
Juggling hand grenades, more like.
Still, there were good times.
Yeah, there were. But that's past now. And I wish he'd stayed there.
Do you really mean that?
He's not part of our lives anymore, Rita.
He's part of Tracy's, whether you like it or not.
Let me get this right. You've asked Louis to turn Jason gay.
He's not going to be gay. He's just going to fancy me. Don't worry, there won't be any permanent damage. Might even improve his dress sense. Oh, come on, it's just a giggle.
He's my boyfriend, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, well, you're always saying he should be more in touch with his feelings.
Well, I never said anything about brainwashing him.
Oh, sorry, that's your job. Oh, it probably won't even work.
Yeah, and what if it does? There's no way I am letting you make an idiot out of him. Now just call Louis and get him to call the whole thing off.
Do we have to? Switched off. Don't worry, I'll find him.
I hope you don't treat all your patients like that.
No, he wasn't a patient. His name's Carl.
Carl Foster, yes, we know all about him. You were lucky he didn't press charges. What happened?
I thought you knew everything.
Yes, but I want to hear it from you. Something to do with your adopted daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, see him? He was going out with her boyfriend.
Todd Grimshaw?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Is that all? Look, Sarah went into premature labour. She lost her baby.
And you blamed him?
I wasn't thinking straight.
Well, I can understand that.
I suppose.
And when Katie lost her baby, were you thinking straight then?
Hang about. She had an abortion. There is a difference, you know.
She had a choice, right? Just like she had a choice about dumping you.
Yeah, that's right.
So if she had a choice, why did you threaten to kill Tommy Harris? Take a good long look at that and tell us again how you couldn't kill anyone, Martin.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, sound. Never felt better. You look great, by the way. I don't say that enough, do I, Sean? I think it's your hair.
They make a lovely couple, don't they? Oh, I love it.
Get you out of my head.
You what? Well, it's really weird, but I've been listening to Kylie and... Well, I've never got her music before. Oh, my God, what have I done?
Why? What's happened?
Oh, nothing.
Do you want a drink?
All right, no tar. Oh, come on, pal. I mean, we've got all these things we need to talk about.
What things?
Relax.
We've got all night.
What do you call this?
I'm sorry. Thanks to Louis, we are getting to know each other very well, aren't we, Sean?
Glad I could help.
What's that?
Do the honours, girls.
I think that's what they call a crime against humanity.
Yeah. I don't fancy your Kylie much, Jason.
You were there at the door?
The police brought it round.
No, don't. It's you, 4 years old, Christmas Day. Your dad dressed up as Santa.
I don't remember.
You pulled his beard off.
Can I have this, Mum?
Yeah.
He's still here, you know. He'll always be here.